hyper-targeted online billboard ads to dominate CoolSculpting market in 90 days using perfect ads to get the best leads at the lowest cost possible. All right, you are here essentially because you are looking to get more CoolSculpting patients. You want the sustainability in your practice. You want to be able to have more patients, maybe even hire more employees, open more locations, streamline your lead and patient acquisition, and ultimately become a diamond provider. Okay, because that is obviously a showcase of the exact type of quality care that you give your patients and your utilization of your CoolSculpting cards. All right, so I want to talk to you and give you some training on how you're able to do that using specific types of billboard advertising online. Okay, real quick, I just want to talk to you about the Diamond program. Okay, you know, I'm very sure that you know of this program. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but our goal at the Cool Club with our clients is to get them to Diamond Crystal status, where they're actually are able to do 800 procedures or more within 90 days. That is the goal for every one of our patients, or I should say our clients. And you might fall somewhere in this category. You know, you might be at 75 treatments in the last 3 months. You might be right under 200 or 400. Maybe you're even at under 800, but our goal obviously to get there. And if you already are here, we want to help take your practice to the next level and help you achieve bigger goals in your practice. Okay, so this is what we're going to cover here. I'm going to be talking to you about how to prevent from really getting burned and blown out by your Google or SEO or Facebook budget that you might have tried in the past. Okay, there's obviously a lot of different people out there, a lot of different marketers that are pushing all kinds of programs, and it can get very frustrating to know who to go with and exactly how to get patients for your practice. But I'm going to show you this detailed process, this very specific process that we have just for CoolSculpting that is designed to crush it and dominate for your market. Okay, I'm going to show you how we generate highly relevant clicks and pay less than most of the market. I'm going to show you how we guarantee the highest quality leads possible in your market and how you can have this launch with literally zero risk, no risk whatsoever. All right, so first thing, billboard ads, okay, but at a cost. So these ads, I'm sure you've seen them driving on the side of the road, right? They're usually very eye-catching and maybe kind of funny, like this one, licensed plumber on duty. Okay, so that'll catch your eye. The thing about this billboard ad, it dominated billboard ads and also, you know, TV and radio really dominated the advertising space until the 2000s, when the internet really exploded and online advertising became a thing. And the problem with that, with these billboards, is there's high traffic, right? There's thousands and thousands of people commuting every single day. They're seeing this billboard, but it's low relevance, okay? But there's a way to actually target a whole audience of people, okay, in a specific location, and somehow the billboard ad that you're putting in front of them is super relevant. And now I'm not talking about on side the road. Now I'm talking about digital billboards, okay? And the more targeted you get, the more relevant it is, and you're able to actually capture everyone in this local community, okay? And the more data, the more behavioral data that you have on the person, the more relevant the advertisement becomes. And yes, they will be looking at this ad from obviously their phone or their desktop or their tablet, okay? So these digital billboards are essentially side billboards, right, that you see on the side of the road, but we set them up online, okay? That's just some basics about it. And there's two different platforms that we use to create these online billboards, and that's Facebook ads and Google ads. You've probably heard of these before, might even be trying to do it now or working with someone that is doing it. But I'm going to show you a very detailed process that we go through when utilizing these two platforms. Okay, the first one I'm going to talk to you about briefly is Facebook ads. And with Facebook ads, we use behavioral data. Okay, behavioral data is exactly what are they doing online, pages they're visiting, shops they're going to, different situations going on in their life. Facebook tracks all this different type of data. And for CoolSculpting, we would want to target people that are interested in CoolSculpting, health and beauty, and predominantly women that are over 30 are the most likely people that are going to convert into a CoolSculpting patient. We would show them an ad like this, offer a $500 off treatment. That's the best offer to be able to give someone online to get them excited to come into a Cool Sculpting clinic and accept service. And we show them an ad like this, and they leave their personal contact information, and it leads into scheduling an appointment. And with Facebook, we're actually able to use its platform. I'm going to drag over and show you some of that data here, where you can actually target people in a specific area, even down to the zip code. So for LA, for example, you could be anywhere in the country, but for LA example, for women over 30 that are interested in Cool Sculpting Health and Beauty, there's 12,000 very specific people in that area that would be willing to accept Cool Sculpting service based off their behavioral data online. And that's how we would use the Facebook platform. We would target them based off this data and then show them this type of advertisement, which would ultimately actually lead them when they click to a page that looks something like this, okay, where they would leave their information, contact, reach out, book a phone call, consultation, things of that nature. All right, so that is Facebook ads. Now I'm going to talk to you about Google ads, and I'm going to spend a little bit more time with Google ads just because Google ads are highly, you can actually get super motivated keyword searches when you're actually targeting people on Google. So for example, I typed in on Google Cool Sculpting in Los Angeles. Okay, this could be, you know, Miami, New York, wherever you're located. And you can see here, I want to show you these different types of ads. So you see right at the top here, here's an ad, here's one ad, and here's an ad. And here, as you may know, this is your Google Maps. So these are the local businesses that have listed themselves on Google Maps. And here's all your organically ranked guys here. And you know, you would have to invest in SEO and things of that nature. And it takes like 6 months, 12 months in some cases to do. All right. So what we do, these essentially are our billboards that we would put up. It's these ads right here that show up at the top of the page. And these control most of the clicks on the entire page for the search. Okay, so let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Let's say you needed a plumber. Okay, so these are some traffic highways, online traffic highways of finding a plumber. Okay, so if you need a plumber, let's say you live in New York. Okay, you're going to probably search plumber in New York. Okay, maybe you're in New Jersey. It's really close to New York. You'll probably search plumber New Jersey. Okay, but when you search plumber New York, here are other different types of keyword searches that you could be searching to find a plumber. Okay, maybe you live in Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Bronx. Oh, let me back it up. Queen, Brooklyn, Bronx, or Staten Island. Okay, now it even goes even further. Okay, plumber Brooklyn, you can actually see it goes to best plumber in Brooklyn, top plumber in Brooklyn, emergency plumber Brooklyn, licensed plumber Brooklyn, heating plumber near me, okay, so on and so forth. These are called long tail keywords, and it gets even deeper. If you go down to plumber in Brooklyn, there's even additional ones, top plumber in Brooklyn. These are the number one, these are the best types of keyword searches to be going for. The top, the best, the number one, fast, master. These keywords with long tail are the top keywords you want to be bidding and paying for on Google advertising. That's the way Google Ads works. You bid for certain keywords, and the longer the better. Okay, and so this slide here demonstrates that. For example, let's talk bicycle. Okay, same thing. If you're just searching bicycle, the cost to compete is going to be high because everyone's bidding for that. All right, and you're going to have a low volume of people actually clicking your website. But as soon as you go to a specific type of bike, let's say a beach cruiser where there's two words, you can see that your cost to bid for that keyword drops in half, and you have twice the volume. But when you do a long-tailed keyword, look, black 10-speed bike beach cruiser, okay, your cost per click is super low, and you have very high volume. Okay, so if you're bidding for keywords that are this long using these, number one, top, best, fast, master, with the plumber in the city, that's when you're going to have very high conversion rates at the lowest cost, and that's what we are able to achieve. So let me show you an example for Cool Sculpting. Okay, so Hopped over to Cool Sculpting keyword research here. Okay, just adjusting the screen real quick so you can see everything that's going on. And as you can see, I did, let me pop this down. I did Cool Sculpting, okay, keyword Cool Sculpting in Los Angeles, all right? And you can see that that is getting hit up every month for 11,000 times total every month, 10,000 times, 15,000 times, 18,000 times. Okay, and this is just one city. Imagine for your city. The numbers obviously are going to be different. It might be more volume or less volume. But with Google, you can see exactly how many times people are searching these keywords. All right, and now this Cool Sculpting would be, I would probably say, the mid area you would want to target, right? For a longer tail keyword, you know, freezing fat cells, that is Cool Sculpting. Okay, so Cool Sculpting, freeze your fat. How much is Cool Sculpting? How much does Cool Sculpting cost? All these different types of long keywords are the ones you're going to want to be bidding for. So the market is incredibly vast in the Cool Sculpting. For example, I'll just change this to United States to give you an idea of how many times this is getting searched per month with all these different keywords for Cool Sculpting. All right, and here we go. It's loading up here, and you can see over 400,000 times per month in the whole country. So Cool Sculpting is a very growing market. It's a lot more in demand. People are wanting this service. It's a matter of finding them and putting the right digital billboard ad in front of them to get their attention. Okay, so in your local city, your local community, there could be 5 to 10,000 searches, and you know, so that is a very large demographic and audience to be able to reach out, to have an influx of patients consistently every single month. All right. So now that you understand long tail keywords, you saw the Facebook ads, you did see the long tail keywords and how we're making these ads on Google, I'm going to talk to you about a little bit more specifically on how Facebook determines, you know, exactly where you fall in this process. If we make an ad, if you're at the top or the bottom, because if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see there's ads down there too. So how does Google determine where you go? Okay, they have an ad rank system. Okay, an ad rank, when your ad ranks, it equals the maximum cost per click times the quality score. And what makes up the quality score is the keyword you're targeting, the ad you're showing them, and the landing page that is all going into it, and that is the relevance, plus the user's experience. Okay, did they search what they were looking for? Did you send them to the correct landing page that matches that search? And did they have a good experience? And that is going to equal your quality score. So you want a very high quality score. You want the lowest max cost per click at all times, and that will determine your ad rank. For example, if you have 4 advertisers, okay, and you have a quality score of 1, look at what your ad rank is. It's 1 star. But if you have a quality score of 2, your cost per click is $6, and you go up to 2 stars, so on and so forth, until you see that Google is only charging you $2 for someone to visit your landing page. And in return, you have a quality score of 10, the best you can possibly have, and your ad rank is 20. And this is exactly what this results in. You getting the lowest cost per click, you're in the #1 spot at the top of the page, okay? The #1 spot at the top of the page, and you are getting the highest ROI versus all these guys down here, where they're paying twice and 4 times, upwards of 5 or 6 times what you're paying, and they're in lower positions. So our goal and what we do is get you right here, lowest cost per click, #1 spot, high relevancy ads to get you the most leads and dominate the marketplace. Okay, so here's some interesting information. The Google chief economist, which is this guy, okay, Hale Varian, he said that 60% of Google quality score is determined by CTR, which is your click-through rate. Okay, so every 100 people, how many people are clicking on the ad? Okay, if 1 person clicks on the ad out of 100 that see it, that's a 1% click-through rate. So 60% of the entire quality score is determined by your click-through rate. So here's the click-through rate, here's the ad relevancy, which we want to get you 10, and the landing page quality, where do we send them after they click on the ad. That is very powerful. All right, here's a common practice that most marketers and most advertisers do when it comes to making Google advertisements. Okay, 99% of advertisers, they get a lot of irrelevant clicks, they get fraudulent clicks, they get low quality score, and it's because they're grouping all of their keywords. Okay, for example, say you take all of these keywords that I showed you here, right, and how many are in this list? There's 878 keywords in this list. Most advertisers will take this entire list and make one single campaign and one single ad. And what happens is people are searching all kinds of different things in this campaign. Freezing belly fat, freeze cool sculpting, the cost of cool sculpting, fat removal with surgery. You want to have a specific ad showing to them for that specific type of keyword. Okay? And what that does, it gets you the best relevancy and the lowest cost per click. Okay, and what I call that is actually the one-to-one method. Okay, it's what 1% of marketers do. All right, we have one campaign, okay, and then you have two separate ad groups with an ad and a keyword that matches each ad. Okay, the ad, cool sculpting near me. And guess the keyword could be cool sculpting near me, and guess what the ad says? Cool sculpting near me, Los Angeles, or whatever city it is. That's what you want to have, and that is what 99% of advertisers aren't doing, that aren't successful with online advertising, especially in the Google space, because they're grouping their keywords together and it's not making sense to the person that's clicking. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. All right, and right now you might be feeling like, wow, that's incredible. And you should. This should be very exciting for you. We've already figured this out in the market. We know very well about the exact targeting and landing pages needed for Facebook, and the exact keywords and the exact campaigns and landing pages to use for Google Ads as well. And that's what we want to be able to do for your business so that you can achieve diamond status and go beyond. All right. So what I want to guarantee you at no risk is I want to guarantee you 100 leads. So if we do business together, I want to give you 100 leads and guarantee you 100 of these high quality leads no matter what. Okay, this is my guarantee to you. All right, and what you get in this process, okay, here we're starting to get into some numbers, so stay with me. Okay, what you get with this is you get the 100 leads. We're going to give you the landing page that converts these clicks into actual patients and customers for your clinic. All right, the perfect ad setup with hundreds of ad groups that already work, the staff onboarding training, and I'm going to talk to you about that briefly here in a second on what we're going to do to actually help your staff convert more leads into more customers. Okay, campaign monitoring, you need to have people looking at your campaign every single day that know what they're doing. Okay, so you're getting the best cost per click and the best cost per lead. Click optimization, we're going to make sure that the clicks are coming in exactly where they need to be, that you're not paying a dime of what you shouldn't be. And lead reporting, you're going to get monthly reports on everything that we're doing, how much per click, how much per lead, what's your click-through rate, all these relevancy numbers that I've been talking about.